Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank y'all for joining the live stream today. We're not going to be on here too long, but we're going to be strong. I'm just trying to get back on schedule. Shout out Jacob Tanjay. I see you and Michael Beach of Life is on here. Beach of Life, whenever we get to Bohol, dinner's on me. And Jacob Tanjay, I see you somewhere down the road. All your old heads, I love the child. I see you, poor man's passport guide. He says, hey, y'all, it's so cold here in San Francisco. Got to go back inside. Man, you're in California. What's up, Sam? He says, 85 here. Sunny and windy. Henderson, 6,000. What's up? Yeah, it's nice here too, man. It's like overcast. It's not as cold. What's up, Kaz? Any new viewers and subscribers joining us today, welcome. And of course, people catching me on the replay. We always have a topic. Today's topic is what Filipinos have tried to teach me ever since I started coming to the Philippines. But of course, we've got other things first. What's up, Cisco? Kamal? Thank all of my members for joining the live stream. I will have my members only live stream on Wednesday. We getting back on schedule. What's up, Kevin? The peso is 56.14. Unbelievable. What's up, Daniel? All the way from Australia. I was talking to a young guy from Australia the other night. There's Jabraz. MF Seeking Mom. Hey, Elette. Thanks for joining us. You know, the video I made today, and it's sort of like our live stream yesterday, was talking about acclimating to the Philippines. I was talking about how long does it take to acclimate to the Philippines, really anywhere. And the general rule is 5 years, even though scientists say that every 7 years, every cell in your body is replaced. You're essentially a new human being. But that 5 year rule is good. And I thought that I talk a little bit more about it. We discuss a little bit more, among other things, because it's important, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I don't care what religion you follow or what type of philosophy you follow. There's laws governing the universe. Everything is just not happening with circumstance. There's a transition period, and it's usually 5 years. Most college students don't get their college degree in 4 years. It takes 5 years, sometimes more. But what we do, because human beings, we have a tendency for giving up anyway. We give up when things get hard, when they get difficult, when it's not going our way. What we do, we give up. Well, I don't care if it's a relationship, a new job. And see, nature will sift you out. Are you pretending? Are you for real? But it takes about 5 years to acclimate over here in the Philippines for you to establish yourself or reestablish yourself. But you're reestablishing yourself in a new country now. You're getting rid of, remember the 7 years, all the sales. So you're getting rid of your old life. You're missing certain people and places and all that. That takes a while to do to get out of your system. Because here's what I've come to realize. Some of us just need a break. We just need a vacation. That's all. We don't really need to leave permanently. You may think that's what you need until you get over here or Thailand or wherever it is, and you start missing people. The little young dude from Australia said, man, I miss that. I miss the Western women. And they're complaining. And he said, I miss everything about the Western lifestyle. Well, hell, he only been here, 2 years or something. He's still adjusting. But we give up, man, and we turn around and we leave. We don't give ourselves enough time. What else I got here? Because we have no idea what it takes really to vacate permanently. You think you do. You see people on YouTube and everything. You think it's easy, man. It's not that easy. Okay. What's up, Alpina R? Well, there must be another cause here. Watch this cause right here, because the real cause, he's a member. And if you're a member, and, and, and watch this too. Watch this guy here. He's not real. He sent me an email today, but we'll watch him for a couple of times. But watch him. He sent me some ignorant email. You know, you guys need to grow up, get a life. Okay, go play somewhere else. Don't play here. They don't realize I've got a photographic memory. I remember you clowns and what you're talking about. What's up, W Secrets to Success? He said, what the hell, second live stream in 2 days? Well, if you was listening up yesterday, I told you I was going to be on here today. Just to catching up on my schedule. He said, Cal, you got it on your mind. Now, we're talking about acclimating and how long it takes, because people don't really understand it takes time. There's laws governing the universe. Don't you know there's people, if people can acclimate to prison and other just horrible conditions, what makes you think you can't acclimate, or it doesn't take some type of transition for you when you come into a new country, a new marriage or something like that? Some people acclimate from going blind. You know, one day they can see everything, and then the next day they're blind. And it takes a while for them to be able to get on with their lives. Because for the first, there's no telling, but I know at least 5 years they're struggling with it. And then one day they'll wake up and be like, well, this is it. Same from people who right now, watching this right now, you're running and you're walking, and next thing you know, you're going to be confined to a wheelchair. There's a transition period going on there. And I think that we don't think enough about it. We think, oh, I'll just come over to the Philippines and hang out with Cal and the rest of them, and go on with my life. And then homesickness kicks in. All kind of stuff start kicking your butt. It's nature. That's that sifter nature's got. Okay, so W Secret Success, he thinks he really wants to come over here to Thailand, huh? We'll show him. I'm going to send one of these damn floods his way that he doesn't understand that happens over there, because he was there in a good time. When you get over there permanently, W Secrets of Success, we're going to see if you can handle when you come out your motorcycle's underwater. Okay, we start fooling one of them silly women and they set all your clothes on fire or something. The stupid stuff that goes on over this way. Accuse you of something you didn't do. What's up, Emmanuel? Joe Schlothouse says, I would have trouble acclimating to the toilet paper issue. No, you wouldn't. Give yourself 5 years. You'll be wiping your ass with your hand. Okay, you'll find a way, because I've got toilet paper, good toilet paper in there, but most of the time I use soap and water. And then I just rinse my behind and go on about my business. But you can acclimate. But what we'll do, we'll give up. See, you're going right into, Joe, what I'm going to talk about today. But I got a couple more things I want to talk about first. But give yourself some time. We give up too soon, number one. Number two, know whether or not you need a vacation or you really need to vacate. How many times have we talked about that? But we really don't think about some of you guys that are selling everything and burning all your bridges over there to move out. You just need a vacation. You just need a break. Because when you get over here and the sun gets real, real hot, are you standing in one of them lines that's a a mile long, and things aren't falling into place as quickly as you think they're going to fall in place, you're going to be ready to pack it in and leave, because we want a quick fix. We come from that society. We want the immediate gratification. We want to be an overnight success. Well, it's not going to happen in the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Retired 2019? What's up, Oliver? Yeah, baby wipes. Moments with Mitch says, acclimation is why I encourage people to practice their retirement. Absolutely. That's a great point. You're going to have to acclimate to being off work now and being in control of your own life. It's a transition. It's just now hit me because I'm thinking, man, it's cold over there in America, where I live in Louisville, Kentucky. And people are going to bed and they're going to have to get up in the morning and punch that clock and get out there in that weather and all that. I don't have to do that. But it took me a long time to forget that stuff, really. But great point, Mitch. What's up, Tita Chai? He said, clothes on fire. He said, no, I hope not. Well, you know what I'm talking about. All kind of crazy stuff is going on. You're going to find out she was a bar girl at one time. Or she probably has a husband and 3 kids. You know the drama that goes on over here. Rashad Smith says, it's a big step, Cal. The fact that you made that move from the comfort of the matrix is big, real big. It is, but it took me some time. It used to be every month, somebody would do something over here that would drive me crazy. Then it went to 3 months as I got more comfortable. Then 6 months. Now it's like every year of very seldom, because I've gotten acclimated to the Philippines and I know what I need to know over here. I know who's who. I know where to go, where not to go, what to do, what not to do, what I can get away with, what I can't. You're not going to learn that the minute you get off the plane. I found a comfort zone, is what we were talking about. It takes a long time to do that, but we want it overnight. So a lot of guys, imagine the guy left after 2 months, man. Come on. But let's move on from that. And let's talk about something, because a guy sent me some pictures today. He's chatting with some women online. Guys, look, it's a script. Who doesn't understand that a script is going on over here? And leave those 10s and 15s alone online. They're not typical of the women you're going to meet over here. Filipinos are simple. That's what you want, a woman that looks simple in her profile, because she's going to look a whole lot better in person. But he sent me 2 photos of just absolutely knock dead, gorgeous women. I said, dude, these aren't even real. And you know what his next reply was? I just blocked her. She's asking money for a load. Absolutely. But it's a script. Even the woman with the best intentions, when you get over here, every single woman I've dealt with, it's a script. It plays along the same route. Okay, if you do something to mess up the script, like don't have her meet you at the airport, don't have sex on the first night, just something, man, you know, say, I don't want you to be my living girlfriend. It's going to throw everything off. She's not going to know what to do, because they're on a script. They're being coached by friends, by relatives, somebody that's already dealt with a foreigner before. Don't get lost on that. Remember, you got this right here. This 12 inches of life. You either living a lie and you're in a delusion, or you don't care. You better end up over here where you don't care. That's where it's fun over here, where you can kick back and relax and say, well, I don't give a damn. I'm living really, really good. My life is great. You know, I can't control what she thinks anyway. And nothing outside of me is going to make me happy anyway. I'm in charge of my own happiness. I'm responsible for my own happiness. Once you get to that point, You're going to be doing something. Hey, what's up, Santa Rosa Nueva? I can never pronounce this. But this is where that couple was from. They got killed on the bus. Yeah, it is a great thought. Because we're steadily making transitions all throughout our life. Nobody's life is just rigid and just stays like that. But we think we can come to the Philippines. Y'all been watching too many YouTube channels, the wrong ones, and just think, oh, everything's gonna be smooth the minute I get off. You can create. Look, guys, I'm not on here yapping. You get a piece of clay when you get into retirement or over to the Philippines. You can mold the life that you want out of that. But you got to do some work. It's not just going to come to you. And that's what we want. We're lazy. And when it doesn't work out right away, we're quick to leave. The marriage, the job, the relocation, everything. We don't want to stay in there and fight. Daniel says, I need a vacation to go to the Philippines, San Carlos City, Negros Occidental, hopefully to buy a house and land. Yeah, but you have to know which the difference. Because some people are making a mistake. They're selling everything. I could name you 2 people over here right now who probably just needed a vacation. But they came over here for good. They cast everything in one basket. He says, I found being retired to the Philippines just so relaxing. And yes, you have a game plan for life. It is, but what happens when it's not so relaxing? The bumps are going to come. Somebody's going to do something that's going to piss you off. Or something's going to happen. You're going to wake up on the wrong side of the bed, man. You're in a whole new culture around whole different people. And it can change on a dime. The acclimation comes from being able to recognize that for what it is, that you're the problem, really. I'm just adjusting. I'm reestablishing myself. I've got to get used to the way things work over here in the Philippines. But the script, guys, remember the script. He said, we had 2 to 3 inches of snow the other day. He said, acclimation, nothing like the sound of geckos and frogs at night. Better than the sounds of ambulance and gunfire. Yeah. It's just so much that you have to acclimate to. And that's what I'm saying. It takes 5 years to run that cycle. If scientists say that every 7 years, every cell in your body is replaced, then you see what I'm talking about. You literally become another person. Give it some time to get over that homesickness and all that. Are you going to find yourself running back and forth all the time? It's going to get expensive. It's going to get time consuming. All that is that nature sifting you. The Beach of Life says, I blew through a Philippine National Police checkpoint last night on my motorbike. Took me a while to figure out took me a while to figure out what they are actually looking for. Okay. W Secrets to Success blog says, my biggest fear, running out of money due to one or all my private equity investments have gone belly up. Yeah, well, hell, that's going to be part of acclimating to retirement, where you're no longer working, your money's working for you. Hey, Moments with Mitch, thank you for your support and for joining the Sunshine Shoulders community, man. I really appreciate you. Johnny S says, hit the like button, people, and the subscribe button. Y'all know there's no channel on YouTube about the Philippines. Not this little circle of vloggers y'all watch. It's like, man. Go ahead and hit the like button, man, and the subscribe button. Robert Dame says, from experience, I need to say that you must have an exploratory trip. Yeah, that's a great point. to find out, do I really need a vacation or do I really need to vacate and get the hell out of here? Because you can make a mistake. Because now you're going to find yourself going back home, starting over in your retirement. You're supposed to be retired. Moments with Mitch says, W2, reach out to retirement planning is my thing. Okay. What's this mean, Jacob? Translate that for us, brother. Rashard Smith says, Uncle, let's be real. It's an old Mike Tyson quote. Everyone has a plan until they're punched in the mouth. Every potential expat has a plan until they meet the throat goat and shoulders can't save them. Yeah, like I said, you run into one of them long lines at the immigration or the grocery store, the taxi drivers getting on your nerves, trying to overcharge you, and the sun's beating down on your neck. And you're like, man, I'm ready to give up because you don't know what's going on over here. You got to get established over here, reestablished here. Because if it can go wrong, it's going to go wrong. That's right, he said, Rashard Smith, they meet that girl at the airport and hear those magic words and they say, sunshine who? It happens every day. The ones who come and see me are the ones who somehow made it out of that maze, that trap. They avoided that trap that I talked about, that I reminded y'all about, the script and all that. It's all set up. You thinking that this woman really loves me and everything is everything. No. Hey, 16 Ranger says, hello from Dumanju, Cebu. I love the province life. Yeah. Like, subscribe, and join. Yeah, thank you, Kamal. Because I'm going to give you the real deal. What's up, Mike? He said, before moving to the Philippines permanently. Now, this is coming from a guy who knows. All right, he's got property here. They're building a house here. He's been coming here for years. He says you need to visit the country a few times and find out the Philippines is for you. But I even go further than that. I'll say when you do come, stay. Don't keep running back and forth. Give yourself some time to acclimate. The exploratory trips are to see, hey, do I really need, if you take a month off, that's a good enough time. 2 weeks is not, you're not going to miss anything in 2 weeks. You take a month off or 2 months off, and then when you start missing people, and it depends on the degree of homesickness, you will know, I just need to get back. I needed a break. Hey, I can come to the Philippines once or twice a year. You may not need to be over here all the time. What's up, Jungle Space Cowboy? Okay, he says a time and season for everything. Yeah, man, but no matter where you go, you can go to, the nicest place in the world. If it's different from where you're coming from, there's going to be a period of adjustment. It's usually 5 years. It's usually 5 years. It takes a while to accomplish something worth achieving. Remember, you get what you pay for. I had to get that with my American wife and tell her, quit buying me these cheap clothes from Walmart. I appreciate the thought, but by the time I run through 5 shirts at Walmart, I got one nice shirt I've gotten from Dillard's or one of those places. You know what I'm saying? That's a lesson my mother taught us long ago when we were kids. You're going to pay for it anyway. You might as well go ahead and get the good stuff first. Eric DG says, hello from Virginia Beach. I love your content. Thanks for the inspiration. You're welcome, man. I went to Virginia Beach one time. I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia, or is it Norfolk? I think it's Norfolk. Pier 12. And I met a young lady, and her family was from Virginia Beach. We went to her house, and then after that, she took me to the beach because I said, I want to go to Virginia Beach. I used to hear all the sailors on the ship talking about Virginia Beach. Man, it's nice. But we went at night, but it was still nice. Welcome, brother. Puck Daddy says, I believe it was John 3:18, whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already because they have not believed in the name of God's one and only Son. Whatever that means, guys. Okay. Translate that. Christopher Hill says, I'm sure you've touched on this before, but it's important to respect their culture there. Yeah, that's part of acclimation. But you got to be here long enough to even know what the culture is, to understand it. We talk that talk, Christopher Hill, but when you get off the plane, you don't even know if you're violating culture or not. You know, if you're violating culture, you know how if you see a stranger, like if I see you guys at the meet and greet, I may come up and hit you on the shoulder, because I don't know you really, but hey, man, welcome. You don't want to do that over here. That's a sign of disrespect. So we have to know the culture. But you're right, respect the culture. But we have to be over here long enough to know it. And that's part of acclimating. He says, had an issue with my lady's father about me staying with her at her house. Her husband died 2 years ago. Yeah, see? I didn't even know. I thought it was 1 year over here. Okay? But, yeah, that may be an issue. I mean, you're coming as the foreigner, you may have to remedy that and get your own place. I mean, until said time expires. I thought it was 1 year, but that's different from actually moving into that house. See, that's something different. I was dating a woman over here one time, and okay, and felt we should wait 3 years, I responded. Okay, yeah, see, I didn't know. I knew it was 1 year before she's supposed to start dating again. But going in that house, I didn't know. You said 3 years. Okay. Thanks for that information. Colin B said, Calvin, can it really turn into love once you establish that unspoken agreement? It can. It just depends on the people and the circumstances, But remember, love is such a broad term. If you really think a 20-year-old woman is going to love a 75-year-old man, she's going to love him like a grandfather, a brother, like a dog or a pet or something. But to be in love like we define love, no. But remember, if you get over here where you don't care, that's where you want to get, because love really is such a broad term. You never know if somebody really loves you, Colin B. And I'm the only one that told you this. It's going to be so hard to distinguish that in the Philippines because the woman's going to treat you the same way, whether she loves you or not. It's just an unbelievable quality that they have. Yes, unbelievable quality that they have. I really don't understand how they're able to do that, but they are. Hey, Mike Dawsonville, thanks for that super chat. He said, great show, Brother Cal. Yeah, I appreciate your support, man, and your input, because there's people on here who know more than me about the Philippines. They just don't have a YouTube channel. But they come on here and they share their information. And I appreciate that, man. I don't have all the answers. That's why we're creating the support group. 10 batteries are stronger than one. Eli W. says, what do you think about getting a Filipino here in the States and taking her back to the Philippines? Most of them only here for the money anyway. Well, what do you mean? Now, was she born in the States, or you're going to be an expat? Okay, is that what you're saying? She came over there with some other man, ran off with him. Now you've met her, Now you want to bring her back here? She's been tampered with, guys. How many times I got to tell you? Don't, I mean, you grown men. Let me stop and say that you can do whatever you want to do. I just try to warn you. There's some pitfalls involved with that. Why not just come over here and find you somebody still over here that's going to appreciate you? Remember, you're never going to be able to fill his shoes. He's already did for her what nobody else can do. He's given her the greatest gift. He's made her dreams come true by giving her that visa. I don't care what she thinks about him. You'll never be able to top that. How you going to top the visa? You can't do it. So you're going to be hustling backwards. You're really going to be hustling backwards. Chaz E says, Sunshine Shows, I'm getting really tired of foreign and simping for Filipinos. They are nice women in Philippines, but they can be straight up bitches too. Yeah. That's why I talk about, you seen my 2 videos I made last week. One about the 3 secrets they don't want you to know because it's a trap, and the overpraising that's going on. Filipinos have some qualities that we absolutely have fallen in love with, but at the end of the day, they're still women. But you can never, men are just going to always do that. I learned that on my channel. Somebody told me that. He said, we're men, Cal, no matter what you say, we're always going to do stupid shit like that, chasing a woman. And that's where I am with it, Chaz. So we can get tired of it all we want and be like, oh, okay, that's over. And here comes another one getting off the plane. Remember, diamonds are falling from the sky, literally over here in the Philippines. Every time a plane lands, you're the diamond, you're the catch, okay? You're the prize. But we don't know that. We have to be constantly reminded, and we don't believe it. The dating site said she is. They've got it set up where she is. So you're going to come over here after complaining about how women treat you over there and lay down and let a woman walk over top of you who never has that intention. I mean, we take simping to a whole other level here. I don't know if men simp worse anywhere else than they do in the Philippines. I'd have to go somewhere and research that, but it's as bad as it gets over here. It doesn't get any worse than this. When you start, you just forget about self-preservation. You start, the minute you get off the plane, you're buying houses and lots and cars and motorcycles and stuff. The woman's never even asked you for it. It's bad over here. But that's part of the acclimation. You gotta, eventually you make those kind of mistakes, but if you stay here for 5 years, you're gonna quit that shit out. You're gonna go broke. Either one. But yeah, you're right, but there's nothing you can do. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it because they're dropping out of the sky, man. This is symptom over here. I mean, it's bad. The women don't even think they're pretty. They don't even think they're beautiful. They're humble, man. We love that about them. But them days is slowly coming to an end because the whole world is telling them how beautiful they are. And pretty soon she's going to look at you like, oh, I'm so beautiful. What am I doing with you? They're modest, man. We love that. But pretty soon we'll have them in Daisy Dukes, booty shorts, skinny tight jeans, low cut tops. We just destroy all that, Chad. So yeah, you're right. But I wouldn't lose any sleep on it. Victor Marshall says, if you're from the country and was raised in church, you probably have a basic understanding of the culture. No, I'm sorry. Nope. Not if you're coming from America. You have a clue. They don't burn candles in the church, any church I've ever been in America, Catholic or otherwise. They got Catholic churches that Filipinos have their masses in Louisville, Kentucky. Once a month, this big Catholic church in Louisville, it's out in a rich neighborhood. They allow the Filipinos to have their mass once every month, one Sunday every month. That's no big grill out in the back. And I'm not knocking or anything. I'm just saying it's different, guys, where you can take different colored candles and light them and throw them on the, well, you don't light them, you throw them on there and you pray. Rashad Smith said, I mentioned last night on the broadcast, about being called a dirty old man by the motherboard for my crush on Ice Spice. How did you become that? How'd you overcome that stigma to get the outcome you want? Well, at some point, you got to remember, I don't care anymore. I'm over here. I don't care what they say. All she wants you for your money. Are you over there taking advantage of people? I'm over here. I don't care. And that's where you're going to get to. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to pay your bills. They're not going to make you happy. Remember, you're responsible for your own happiness. Nothing outside of you is going to bring you happiness. And to be honest with you, Rashad, they don't care for real. Misery loves company. I said, the hell with that. And I got on the plane and came over here. Beach of Life said, China buys our trash, recyclables, and makes products with it and sends it back to us. Put that in perspective when you see a Filipina in the USA. Yeah, that's a great analogy. But if she's over there, she's over there. If you bring her back over here, man, she's going to be unhappy. Because you don't understand her struggle. Once you get to understand her struggle, because I put it on here, if you haven't heard your girlfriend's story yet, her life story yet, you will. And you'll start to understand how good you have it. And you'll put things in perspective. So let's get into the topic today. What Filipinos have tried to teach me since I started coming to the Philippines. And that's this. Don't sweat the small stuff. Stop making a big deal out of everything. It's really not that bad. This is a lesson they've been trying to teach me ever since I got off the plane. Because we'll complain about anything, man. We have to admit we're spoiled. See, so you come into a culture where things are missing. They're invisible to you when you first get over here. You can't see them. So you start complaining. Remember, I told you on my video this morning that my water heater is still not installed. Just for one split second, I was getting ready to blow my top, and I realized where I was and what's going on around me, and things are a whole lot worse over here than a damn water heater being installed. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Because your complaints are going to fall on deaf ears anyway, guys. Listen to me. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I know it's going to take a while for you to get over here and stop all that complaining and bitching and moaning, but at some point you are. After you be over here for about 5 years and you understand how things work, you see the life that some people are forced to live over here. And you be like, what the hell am I complaining about? I got it good. You'll start having some gratitude. But that's the lesson they've been trying to teach me, man. Because I missed a valuable lesson. I could have learned this lesson a long time ago. But I wasn't. I don't think they could have taught it to me any sooner. Okay? Because you get no sympathy. When I was with my son's mother, I tell her about my problems over there. She'll look at me like, yeah, really? That's nothing. I wish I had your problems. They couldn't understand anxiety or anything like that. She thought it was I was weak for that. Okay? Then she said, ain't no problem. That's an excuse to her. Y'all better listen to me, man. It's just real over here. Okay, I'm worried about a damn water heater. But the death toll from that landslide has already reached 100. They don't expect to find any more people alive. It's a recovery mission. So what I look like over here complaining like that? They'll look at you like, man, in their mind, it's like, I don't even have anything to eat tonight. I'm at work, but I don't even know how I'm going to get anything to eat tonight. And you're in my face complaining about your service you received at the restaurant. Or The Airbnb wasn't ready when you got there. It wasn't cleaned already. You had to wait in the lobby. Chad Lee says, not trying to change the subject, but need to ask you, how do you communicate with your friends and banks in the USA? What service do you use? WhatsApp. What with my bank? Let's start with, no, well, you said friends first and family. WhatsApp, Facebook, Facebook Messenger. And then I've got an app. It's called Talk 360. I can put $20 on there. I mean, it's like 4 cents a minute or something. It's even less than that. I promise you, you put $20 on there. I put it on there last year. I still got $6 and something left. So if I need to call my bank or anything like that, that's what I use. Or, people have Magic Jack over here. That would be a good way. For my first year here, from December 2018 to December 2019, I had Magic Jack and it ran out. And by that time, my wife was back in America and she didn't renew it for me. But that's how I do it. What's up, DV8? Long time, man. Yeah. He said, I'm sick of seeing that too, but it's something you're going to have to get used to over here. I'm not going to complain about that. When people's houses are destroyed, people want to work over here. They can't work. There's no jobs, or the jobs they have, they pay very little. And we're over here really living our best life, man. But you get no sympathy. And that's why they don't like it when you complain. Because they're saying, man, you're disrespecting us. You're disrespecting our culture. Do you really know what it's like over here in the Philippines? If you did, you wouldn't complain. But you're going to do it. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't expect good quality service and this and that. But at some point, you're going to be like, it is what it is. When it comes to a lot of things. I told Marilyn, because I said, well, hell, I thought you said they'd come in at 12 to install this thing. And I said, you need to call them. I said, and I guarantee you what they're going to do is they're going to tell you that he's not at work today. And I'll be damned, that's what they said. They said he had, diarrhea, which I don't know if it's true or not, but I knew that's what the answer was going to be because I've been here for 5 years in a row. I'm acclimated to it. So I just said, the hell with it. Chaz E says that Sunshine Show, the simping is an art form in the Philippines. It's beyond that. It's a way of life over here. Art imitates life when it comes to simping over here. You guys, you got to see it. Okay, you got to see it. We're buying women cars, man, who don't have a license. They don't even know how to drive. So what we'll do, we'll buy them the car first, then teach them how to drive. Man, you guys are crazy, man. Y'all just won't believe it. Yeah, it says super simps on steroids. Plus the women that are simping for are intense. But here's the thing, guys. Don't lose any sleep over that. This is what I'm talking about today. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. What business is it of yours what somebody else is doing? You don't come over here and do it. But you're going to probably do the same thing because remember, there's an unspoken agreement. I mean, you're just a simp by default if you look at the definition, but you don't have to over simp. You don't have to overdo it. Because, if you deal with a woman over here, it's going to cost you. Okay? I was adding up how much I've spent since I've been with Maryland, which some of that money I was going to spend anyway, but a lot of it was simp dollars, was, trick dollars, man. I probably spent in my 5 years with Maryland, just with Maryland. I'm not talking about with my wife. Let's see. About 7 million pesos in 5 years. About $120,000. And remember, I'm not working. I've got my YouTube and my renewals for my insurance. So I'm basically spending it all When you count this compound I built, everything, man, but I don't consider myself a simp because most of the money I'm going to spend anyway. But some of it is part of the unspoken agreement because she doesn't work. Jesse James said, great points, Cal. I'm trying to escape the matrix and I'm eager to check out the Philippines, but I would not move anywhere that I didn't previously spend time getting familiar with. Yeah, it's going to take a while, man. If you decide on the Philippines, man, and you're retired and you've got, the money and everything, I would give it at least 5 years, man, before I write it off because it's not like you're wasting time. Some people's like, well, I don't need 5 years. That'd be wasting my time. But you're going to be wasting your expense, man. It's expensive to relocate to a place, period. It's expensive. Now, after a year, you done bought your plane ticket, which is expensive. You did all of this, and now you're saying after 1 year, all that expense, you're going to just throw it in the garbage? No wonder why a lot of us are broke and we don't have enough money to retire. When we make financial decisions like that, it's the reason why most of us don't invest. Investing is it's for the long run, 15, 20 years maybe. It would be the same with your retirement. You work 40 years, man. You didn't earn a retirement after the first 2 or 3 years on the job, did you? It's the same over here. You got to invest in your relocation. Give it some time because you're going to spend the money, man. And I'm not going to turn around and leave and just leave all this money on the table and then go and do it somewhere else thinking that, it takes 5 years before you really are comfortable. I mean, comfortable, where you think you're at home. Because I think I'm at home now. I feel like I'm at home. When I leave here, it's like I'm leaving home to go somewhere else. It takes a while to get to that point. It takes a while where you stop seeing the poverty for what it is. It don't affect you the way that it used to. I mean, the poverty used to just kick my behind over here. I'd be depressed, but after a while, you can see through it. I don't ignore it, but it makes me respect the people more for what they have to endure on a day-to-day basis. I'm more focused on the people now. What can I learn from them? And number one is, don't sweat the small stuff. Stop complaining about every damn thing. You're not at home anymore. The Beach of Life says, Chad Lee, how you talk to your friends is up to you. Talking to your bank, I pay $4 for a Skype subscription. I can call any U.S. number unlimited for my laptop or iPhone. See, that's another idea. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. That's what these live streams are for. If you got a question, there's somebody on here that can answer it. We're just not on here yapping. We're having a conversation. We're trying to help each other. It's not just me. He says, I'm just not looking for an arrangement relationship. Well, that's what you're going to get, man. Every relationship is like that. I mean, how old are you? And what makes you think that a beautiful young woman, attractive woman is going to want you? And why are you looking to the Philippines if you don't want an arrangement relationship when everything on YouTube is telling you that's what's over here? When that's the reality of it. You can come over here and sleepwalk and be in a delusion, but you got to be careful. These women aren't going to fall in love as quick as you're going to fall in love because you're looking at a yummy 6 and she's looking at a decrepit 69. It's different, man, but you can fall in love if you want to. She's going to tell you whatever you want to hear. How are you going to know if she's lying or not? When she's going to do the same damn thing for you, whether she loves you or not. So get over here with us. There's plenty of room over here. It's crowded over here. It's crowded over here in the delusion section. It's plenty room over here. to the guys that have come to the conclusion that they don't care. My buddy Cornelius Mack, he don't care. He said we need 200 likes. Yeah, hit the like and subscribe, damn it. I'm not playing. Alexander Battle said, Big Bro Cal, could you mention some of the remote jobs the guys you met have? Well, the jobs that they do have, they got them in America. I really only know one guy who actually told me what he was doing. He don't even do that anymore because they gave him 100% disability through VA, but he was doing surveys from 10 at night over here to 6 in the morning in the US. He wasn't quite 62 yet. So that's what he had to do to stay over here. And he was earning about $2,000 a month. So what is that? About $500 a week? So what would that be? About $10 or $12 an hour? You need to get that job over there and bring it here. Plenty of people doing that. My buddy Kaz, I don't know what he's doing that. He lives up in Manila, living good. He's got a remote job. But having a remote job, now it's going to limit you to certain places you can live, mainly the big cities, because that's why he won't leave Manila. He says the Wi-Fi is just so good up there. It's perfect for his job. Yeah, symptom. Yeah, this is the kingdom of simps over here. Thailand don't have nothing on the Philippines. Thailand, any place, Brazil, men aren't laying down over there the way they are over here. They're literally laying down the minute they get off the plane, even before they get over here. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like it. And no matter how much you coach them, no matter how much you share with them your experiences, it doesn't matter. Because when they see that little 22-year-old woman with the long hair all the way down to her behind, the short shorts, the skinny jeans, they haven't seen that probably in their entire life. And they're coming over here, their better days are behind them. Like I said, he's looking at a yummy 6. She's looking at a crusty 69. Okay? He loses it. And I understand it. What time did he travel? Says Filipino women in the States are invisible. I said, no, in the States, we're invisible to them over here. You got to have big money to keep them happy, just like black and white and Hispanic. Yeah, it's a whole different monster when they get to the States, guys. They're already in Disneyland. You're not going to reverse that. You're not Barnum and Bailey. You're not that. What was his name? The one who said a sucker's born every minute or something. You got to be a magician, man. If you can go to America. Now, I met a couple now. It's not impossible, but hell, I think it's Wilma and Greg. They've got a YouTube channel. They built a beautiful house over here. But hell, she had been in America 20-something years. And they've been married 20 years or something like that. That's the only, couple I've ever met. And, and now she's mature. He's mature. They're retired. But you're talking about meeting a young woman over there, man, trying to bring her back, man. It's trying to, like John said, you trying to corral some wild cats. It ain't going to happen. I wouldn't want to do it either. P.T. Barnum, yeah. You got to be a damn P.T. Barnum type. You got to be a magician. You got to damn near be Houdini. Hey, Elat Makata. She said, can anybody match me? I love you, Cal. I love you back. And when I do come to the States, I'm coming to Texas because I got so many subscribers and friends in the Houston area anyway. I'd be remiss if I didn't go there. And I've been to near Houston. I was about 18 miles away or something. What is that? Is it Bay City? What is that called? Where all those oil refineries are. Help me, Elat. Thank you so much. He said arrangement relationships is not just in the Philippines, it's also in the West, but more sophisticated, just the same thing. Yeah, as long as you don't fool yourself. I mean, into thinking like, why would you care? If you're living a fantasy, really. Some of these guys, I see it in their eyes. They don't give a damn. They don't care. Just stay here with me. Just stay beside me right here to keep this fantasy a reality. But I'm not in a delusion. I'm not Justin Bieber. I'm not Usher or any of them people like that. I know that you're not with me for all of that, but who cares? Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep me happy. And Deepwater says the guy was 80 years old, had a second heart attack in the hospital. He was offered 2 marriages while his stay there. Wow. GMM says, I'm 50 years here. I would never play with a girl under 30. We have nothing in common, and boom, boom gets boring after a while if you're not talking. Yeah, everybody has their preferences, but hell, even a 30-year-old is a 50-year-old. Hell, yeah, a 30-year-old is nothing to shake a stick at. Hell, some of them women over here 30 are bombshells. Yeah, he loses it. I've seen it all the time. I lost it. Man, when I was with, okay, how many times I got to tell y'all the story? I get off the plane in Cebu, the girl's out there, okay, she says she's 22. I didn't know till 6 months later, 6 or 7 months later. She's only 18, but she's out there. She got the ponytails down here, the skinny jeans on. I was scared to go outside. I had never seen anything like it. I'm like, what in the world did I get myself into? And man, it was the best 6 months I've ever had in my life. I lost it. I spent all that money for the engagement ring. I fed a whole barangay, guys, dealing with this woman. Y'all think I'll be on here just talking. I'm telling y'all my experiences. So you don't have to do it. I'm just telling you what to look for. They will blindside you when you come over here. Some of these women, man, are beautiful. We were in the bank the other day, me and a buddy of mine, Greg. He's from Houston, by the way. And man, this woman, young girl walks in. She had to have been somewhere between 20 and maybe 25 or 26. She was a 10. Tight jeans on, and it looked like she was at work. Maybe she was on a lunch break because it was about that time. Had on a white blouse, tucked in her pants, a nice belt. She was a 10. And if that's waiting for you at the airport when you get here, which it is for some guys, you're going to lose it. It's going to take you 5 years to take your head off the ground and put it back on your shoulders. At least 5 years. He said, you cracked me up, Cal. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Yeah, you can do this, he says. Osley Dero. Osley Dero says, get a job teaching English online. Now, that's a boring job. But it's a job. But you got a lot of competition because remember, Filipinos are doing that now. They start doing that during the lockdowns and the pandemic. And the Chinese are the big customers. But that is one thing that you can do. Yeah, Baytown. Thank you, Jacob. He said, can't wait to see you in H-Town, brother. And I've got a cousin, second cousin, who lives in Houston. She's been living there over 30 years. No, over 40 years. I keep forgetting I'm 60. Hey, you dirty puppy, thanks for that super chat. He said, what the Filipino taught me is patience and humility, and I'm still learning. Yeah, see, you done got ahead of me. I've got that on here. They taught me patience. Because we're impatient when we come over here, and it takes a long, long time to become impatient. I mean, we're impatient when we come over here. It takes a long, long time to become impatient. To become patient, sorry. At least 5 years, guys. I'm telling you. because you're going to learn patience. You don't have a choice if you stay over here. Either that or you're going to go crazy. Because this is the only place I've ever seen where the people stand in line. I mean, it didn't surprise me when that Typhoon Odette hit and the gas, they were rationing gasoline. Y'all think I'm playing? What surprised me wasn't the people standing in line, but how long the lines were and how long people were standing in the lines. All day, the lines were kilometers long, waiting on that gas that they knew when they got up there, they were only going to get just a little bit, even if they received any. But you're going to learn patience over here if you don't do anything else. But yeah, that's a great point, man. But you took that right out of my notes. Because humility is one thing we love about Filipino people, especially the women, their modesty. And you're going to do that too. Remember yesterday I'm talking about when you get a new motorcycle or car, don't flaunt it. Same thing when you got one of these yummy 6s and 7s over here. Don't flaunt it, man. Be humble. Just act like, oh, it's no big deal. I got a beautiful woman every day. Don't be all over the top with it, with all this PDA, because they don't play that over here. That's part of learning the culture. But yeah, that's a great point about the patience, because man, my God. And the same thing about still learning. I just said that. I'm still learning, guys, after all these years. You never know. I just know that I'm at the tip of the iceberg. Remember I said yesterday, remain teachable or become teachable and then continue to learn. Because there's always going to be something new. Hey, Deepwater, thanks for that super chat. Said, good to hear this, Cal. Open these newbies' eyes before they go broke. Yeah, but you're going to spin. It's just going to take you a while. Like I said, because you're going to be discombobulated when you see, some of these guys don't have that to worry about. They bring their desperate ways over here and help. Some of the women they be dealing with over here, I'll be like, man, why did you come all the way over here to deal with that? But some of these guys, they stumble up on some damn tens, man, and they give it all away. But after a while, you'll calm down and you say it doesn't take that much. But I just try to share my experiences with the guys because I made every mistake that I talk about. I wouldn't even be talking about it. That girl ripped me up one side and down the other, but she prepared me for all the rest of them. Nobody else got that stupid treatment. Yeah, okay. Well, why would you flaunt that over here where everybody around you struggling? You look like a fool. Smooth life. Don't do that. I'm just saying, that's one thing you have to learn. Why would you come over and flaunt all your so-called wealth and I'm living better than everybody else when that's not a whole lot? You're not doing a whole lot when you say that. When 2/3 of the people over here are earning less than $2 a day, you look like a damn fool flaunting anything. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy. Probably get your head chopped off. No, yeah, I deserve it, but I'm not gonna flaunt it. You got to have some type of restraint. We were just talking about this yesterday. You can be your worst enemy. You flaunt if you want to over here. Then they're gonna send that two-man tandem after you. You're gonna be flaunting. Okay. Hey, lad, she says, has everybody clicked the thumbs up yet? Welcome all. Thank you. But I was winning in America. He said, Cal, what would have happened had you stay in the U.S. and didn't have the option to travel? I was winning over there. I haven't earned less than 100,000 a year since I retired in 2018. From 2006 until I retired. 2 of those years I earned over 200,000. I was winning over there. I wanted something new, but yeah, I was winning over there. Okay, I'm gonna win anywhere I go because I've got that mindset. Just like you said earlier, I deserve it. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to win, but you can win without bragging, without flaunting, without being arrogant. Because over here, it's a no-no. You're gonna get some visitors that you don't want. He said, my uncle lives in Houston, Texas. I live in California. At my dad's funeral, my uncle told me not to live like my dad did. He told me to stay away from the booze and women. He told me to work on myself. Yeah, that's that's some great advice. And continue to work on yourself. Golden Gate said, Calvin, can women wear a thong at the Sulphur Springs? You got to. Well, I mean, you go to, yeah, because it's going to be a private. You're going to have your own private pool. It's going to be a room that you're going to be in. Nobody's going to be able to see you. It's open in the back, showing the resort, the grounds. But yeah, it's quiet there. It's only 2 pools. And most of the time when we go, we're the only ones there. So yeah, they can. It's a different era now. When I came in 2009, Filipinos, man, they were covered up. I mean, really. The standard swimming was shorts and a long sleeve shirt. And it came all the way up to here. And well, you wasn't seeing nothing, really. You seen the legs from the thigh on down to the feet. If they had a swimsuit, you bought it. But now they're buying their own swimsuits, their own bikinis. You see it on YouTube, but it's everywhere now. They don't have to have a YouTube channel. Like I said, it's slowly evolving. But remember, it's 110 million people over here. It may take, I don't think it's going to happen in our lifetime. Andrew CJ says, I would stay away from anything over 30 kilometers, 30,000 kilometers, even less if you can find them. Oh, what are you talking about? Like a car, a motorcycle or something? No, you're not going to flaunt. You don't want to flaunt anything over here, is what I'm saying. Okay, you don't want to make it look like you're uh, one-upping them over here, man. You're in their country. Remember, this stuff is tolerated. It's not accepted. It's tolerated. You might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm telling you, why would you want to do that anyway? What good is that going to do to you? I mean, who am I talking to? Or you want to flaunt some woman? You're going to flaunt it anyway. But you're not going to have to do all that. They'll wrap their arm around you. That's enough for me. I'm not going to flaunt around like I'm really doing something. He said, thanks for sharing your wisdom and experience, Calvin. Much appreciated, respect. That's all I'm doing, man. It's all we have in conversation. Some guy said it the other day. He said, just giving people an idea of what to expect when they come over there. Now, how you handle it is totally different. That's why, when they said you're going to get there and be like, sunshine who? That happens, man. It's going to happen to you. I told you, do you think that I can get through to the guy I was telling you about? He's a good guy now. He's 62 and he's with a 19-year-old woman who's nice looking, by the way, and very attractive. Do you think I could tell him as a brother or as his, best friend, man, do you really think she's into you like you think she's into you? And he would listen? Absolutely not. He's not hearing anything anybody says but her. It's just how it is, guys, and you can say what you want to say until you confront it with that situation. Because I was 45 when I met that girl. So I can imagine he's 62. And they're perfect. They don't have a scratch on them, man. You really live in a fantasy. And, nobody's like, don't wake me up. Because people, they say, Calvin, you're raining on my parade. And, I'm saying, no, I'm not raining on your parade. I'm telling you to carry an umbrella to the damn parade. I'm trying to protect you from the rain. It's gonna rain. Yeah, that Beat is a tiny bike. It's inexpensive, but it's tiny. You might as well get a Click for about 15 or 20,000 more pesos. You get you a Click. That's for like a regular sized person. Yeah, he must be a young guy because he's talking about flaunting over here. Dirty Puppy says the Sunshine Shows explained the two-man tandem. It made me LOL. Yeah, if he's over here flaunting, they've got a two-man tandem over here. They got hard killers over here on call, man. Y'all think I'm joking about that? I won't do a video about it again. I did it before. Go in my library and put two-man tandem in there. You piss off the wrong person over here. Even just a regular citizen, they can afford to have you killed. It don't take much over here. And they're going to get you because they're watching you long before they kill you. They're getting your routine down pat. It happens all the time, man. Filipinos, foreigners, man, it's gotten so bad in some cities that you can't even wear a helmet when you ride a motorcycle. It's against the law. That way, if they see two people on a helmet, they know these guys aren't up to any good. And they're deadly, man. They're deadly. They get you, man. But you don't want to come over here, man, disrespecting anybody. That kind of stuff will get you killed, man. They'll send the two-man tandem. Oh, you pick up the newspaper. I mean, I remember, see, that complaining will get, it will attract that two-man tandem. You complaining all the time. You go in a store and you don't get the service. Oh, let me speak to the manager, and you put the manager down, raising your voice, breaking, disrespecting culture, because raising your voice is out of character over here. It's a sign of disrespect. And next thing you know, you go to get that cup of coffee, you're on your way to Jollibee's or something, and they just come down and come around and shoot you 2 times in the back of your head when you're not even expecting it. And it always goes unsolved. They're never going to find out who did it. He says, I only like NMAX, Aerox, etc. Yeah, Maryland bought a NMAX. We bought Maryland a new NMAX. She's had it for about 2 weeks. It's nice. I like them. Yeah, he said maybe flaunt in BGC. I wouldn't even flaunt there, man. It makes you look stupid to flaunt. Yeah, but it's gonna cost you a whole lot more than 35,000. Hell, we paid 150,000. I mean, I couldn't pay cash, but we sold our other one for 70. Give you a pillow. Wait. Yeah, we sold our old one for 70. Well, it wasn't old, it was used. Yeah, it's about for a new one. He said money does not guarantee happiness. Right. Yeah, but I tell you what, being broke don't either. But it sure helps, David. It sure helps. Okay. I know which one I've been poor and I've had money, and I know which one I'd rather have. Okay, all that rhetoric, it sounds good until you broke. Yeah, all that sounds good, man. But you're right. He says, moved from Dallas to Tijuana. I love Tijuana. I've been there twice. Once when I was in the Navy, and then once when I was working down in, well, I think it was Martinez. We drove to LA and then from LA to San Diego. Yeah, I love Tijuana. Hey, Alexander Bowdy said, thanks for the remote suggestions. You're welcome. He said, facts, Cal, 100% broke isn't on my list at 57. Yeah, it sounds good. Money, you can't buy happiness with money, but you can buy a good lifestyle. And like I said, I don't know who said, he said, I've been rich and I've been poor, and I like being rich a whole lot better. That's the way I feel. So y'all can, all that stuff, man. You certainly got to have some type of money over here. If you don't, well, I'm sorry, you ain't got nothing coming. Hey, she says, Mari, aka Internet Homo Amara. Said, hey, Mr. Cal, I'm here chilling with my boyfriend. Chill on. He says, I actually worked in Tijuana for a month. I got tired of the border crossing circus, though. Yeah, now when I went into service, we just showed our military ID and just, we walked across, because what we did was we caught that bus. It's a bus, like a tour bus or something, and it stops. It lets you off right there, and they wait there, and then you get off and you walk through and, do whatever you're going to do and then come back. I did that. But the next time we took a van and we parked the van there, and we had to have a passport. Well, no, this was before 9/11. I'm trying to think. Yeah, this was before 9/11. This was like February 2001. So you didn't need a passport to go to Mexico. Isaiah Allen said, Cal, I've weighed the benefits against negatives of learning the local language, viewing how you're able to avoid foolish actions with online trolls. I'm doubtful Filipinos will make you do otherwise. I don't understand what you're saying. Filipinos aren't going to bother you, but they'll bash other Filipinos. But I don't know what you're talking about, because I learned enough to be respectful. It's when you become fluent, man, that you can overhear stuff you probably don't need to hear. And that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about, because I tell the story all the time about the guy who got killed here because he knew the language and he heard what they were saying about him, and he got up and was arguing with them, and they shot him. They shot him in his head. They killed him with old rusty 38, probably a homemade 38 over here, because they make guns over here. Hey, Ro, thanks for that super chat. He said, good morning, Cal. Are there any recovery meetings in the city that you live in, such as AA or NA meetings? Not in San Carlos, but Cebu for sure. And I'm pretty sure Manila, but I know for a fact Cebu, because every year they have the AA convention in Cebu. Now, this was prior to the pandemic, but now I'm pretty sure that it's opened back up. Now, most of these meetings are, they're foreigners, but I don't think you would care, because over here drinking is like a part of their culture, and I don't know if they would think if somebody got drunk all the time they need help like we do in America, like I did. But that's how I know that AA is in, because I went looking in 2010, 2011. That's where they're in Cebu for sure. You're not gonna have a problem. Cisco said, being broke doesn't buy happiness either. That's right. If you can do something that makes you happy when you're poor, you can do it when you're rich even more. Put this on the bed. Thank you, booby. Where you going? Sophia. Oh, okay. Do we need anything in there? What? Jesse James says, if I have money, I can help myself and I can help others. There's some happiness in having money, no doubt. It is, it's noble and that's rhetoric, guys. I'm not buying that. But it's true. It's not going to buy you happiness, but, I'd rather have money and be unhappy than be broke and unhappy. Because he can't buy me a better lifestyle. David S. says, thanks for the super chat. He said, Cal, appreciate the knowledge and wisdom. Keep it coming. I miss your quotes. Boots on the ground. Thank you. I appreciate that support, David. And we're not picking on you, man. We're just saying that. You're right. It doesn't guarantee happiness, man. But, I'd rather have money than not. Cisco said, just want to say congrats, Cal, on your recovery, brother. It takes a real man to get that money off your back. You're inspiring me in ways. Salute. Yeah, you're welcome. I just talk to people with a need to know, really. Like I said, I don't flaunt that. I'm real humble with that because I know I'm not cured of anything. If I drunk a 12-ounce beer right now, I'd be off and running again, even though I'm coming up on 26 years. But I tell my viewers and subscribers because you have a need to know, and nobody's going to tell my story but me. I don't want one of these trolls to find out from one of my exes or something. Hey, he's a recovering alcoholic. He used to smoke crack and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. I'm going to tell you that. But I don't go on and on with it, and I certainly don't flaunt it. But yeah, I'm thankful, man. I certainly would be dead. I was just looking at 2 obituaries, man, 2 close friends. I got high with both of them, man. They're no longer with us. They both died in 2023, last year. I'd be dead too, man. Wow, Elette. Congratulations. She said, Cal, I have 3 years coming up in March. When I first, start trying to get sober, and somebody would say they had 3 years or somebody say they had 6 months, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, it just seemed like forever. But they said, just do it one day at a time. Don't, say that you have to stop for the rest of your life. And that's what I've done. And hell, I'm coming from 26 years. And the thing is, I used to think, you know what? My life's going to be so boring. Because I thought drinking and getting high was normal. But my life is better now. I have more fun now than I ever did. Yeah, that's a big deal, guys. He said, smoking weed with a bank account full just feels better than empty. He said, my brother's still doing amazing. If you can do one day, man, I tell you. Because I used to go out to get a loaf of bread and I wouldn't come back for 2 or 3 weeks. That's how bad I was. I was bad. And that's why anybody that comes to me and wants any type of direction, any type of help, I help them because I never forget it. I never forget, ever. I don't care how old I am, how long I live, how well I live, the help that people gave me when I decided to get my life together. Strangers, because my family didn't believe it. They said, you're never going to change. And now they're my biggest supporters. But, it takes family longer to get on the bandwagon. Because how many times you say you're going to stop? Well, I'm going to stop. And then 2 weeks later, a week later, the next day, there you are again. GMM says, after 10 years in Southeast Asia, I often see that mainly Americans having big trouble sometimes in Southeast Asia. They don't adapt and being humble. Many think they're still in the U.S. and can act and live that way. That's perfect. They don't acclimate. They don't adapt. They think they're still in America, and they have a lot of problems, big problems, because this isn't America. Yeah, it's really not America, man, over here. What Times of Travel says, you will see how much that young women really loves you when you broke. Well, she's not going to mess with you in the beginning if you broke. You better have something because her wealth is her youth and her beauty. And if she doesn't have that, you're not going to want her either. See, so, and then once she loses that, it's like her going broke. When she hits that wall, I'm sorry, I'm out of here. I'm not staying around just so you could say, oh, he's a noble guy, oh, he's a good guy. No, I want the best that life has to offer. I'm not going to date a woman that's hit the wall. Men and women don't age the same, and no disrespect to you, Elette, because I know men are still courting you. You look good for your age, but still, I'm not attracted to older women because I know at some point, just like you said, Elette, you don't want a man jumping up and down on you every night. That's why me and you could be together because I don't waste a heart on. If it gets hard, I'm going up in something. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be, cringy. This is a real life channel. We're talking to adults. Marlon Alvarez says, when I visited Manila, I saw a lot of dogs. He said, and cats in poor shape in the streets. Yeah, you're going to see that. And I think it has a lot to do with the compassion. Remember, this is such a religious place. And I don't really know why, because in St. Carlos City now, they've got a dog catcher. And that's why we try to keep our dogs inside the gate because they'll get you. And then, if you don't claim them at a certain time, I don't know what they do. So it's not like they're not trying, but you're right. It's a lot, man. I've never seen. I don't know if it's because it's a tropical place. Excuse me, because they love dogs over here. I don't know if they look at it as like as a sin or something. But yeah, it's a lot. I don't see many cats. I see mostly dogs, even around my house. A lot. But they don't bother you, but they're in bad shape. And they're in the middle of the road. And if you on a sicky horse, that's what you have to worry about having a wreck with. Not a car or motorcycle, but a dog. They'll just run out in the middle of the street, be laying there. You can't see them. But yeah, that's one thing that you're gonna see. It's gonna shock you. But remember, after a while, once you get acclimated, hell, you just walk past them because you're like, well, hell, I can't. What am I supposed to do? I can't, corral them all up and give them to the Humane Society or whatever it is. I think it's something they're eating because these little dogs that be out here now across from me is like a farm or something. And their two dogs had like 6 puppies and all of them, the hair is just off of them. They're all going to be, eventually I'm going to go through that field and they're going to be dead. Yeah, I'm sorry, lad, but I'm just saying, it's just real life, okay? I'm 60, I'm in great shape. I'm a man, I'm a hunter. So you're not going to lay up next to me every night and keep on coming up with those excuses. It's pound town. Hey, big dog, you said money can buy good preventive and health care. Yeah, and burial benefits. Yeah. Like I said, it all sounds good, but I don't think anybody wants to be broke. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't waste a heart on, man. I'm serious though. Uh, ask my woman. She'll tell you. Sup, Chad? I'm GBO Gaston from Long Beach Killers. The GBO stands for Gay Boys Only. See, we laugh at guys like you now because you're helping the algorithm. Keep on commenting, and the views are going to keep going up. Thank you. He says, if it's hard, I'm going up in something. Yeah, he says the human quote machine, yes, strikes again. I am, though. He says, I already know, and this is community is 99% men. Yeah, you're right. And I really appreciate you and Laura. But there's really more women watching. They're never going to say anything. A lot of Filipinos watch my live streams. They get their content, then they know how much their boyfriend knows, and they want to know how much I know. Am I giving out all their secrets? You damn right. Because y'all talking amongst each other, all of our secrets and how to handle us. So yeah, somebody has to be an advocate for the men over here. We can't let y'all just run amok. Yeah, 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 yeah. We love him. Yeah, mad trolls. So yeah, but see, they help the algorithm. And plus, what kind of life must they have? We feel sorry for them. If anybody on here is a praying type, pray for people like that. That you would spend your time or waste your time trolling on a community when you could be doing other things more constructive. But they want their 5 minutes of fame, so I give it to them every now and then. He said, bony dogs are everywhere, and when the fish remains come out, the cats are going crazy. Yeah, you got to be careful too, because a lot of times when you go to these um, outdoor cafes and outdoor restaurants, where you may buy the grill food and stuff, there's dogs always around. This place our favorite place to eat breakfast in the mountains, they've got a dog in there, and he's always scratching around. I'm like, they'll see it on my face, remember, and they'll come and get him out of there. But it's just something you got to get used to. I don't complain about it. I complain less and less. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ellen. Yeah, it is Pound Town. Homo thugs. Yeah, but that's true, man. Y'all better quit wasting hard ons because if you don't think, okay, they taught us this in the Navy about something called blue balls. One guy, he wanted to be, he's this virtuous guy, always reading the Bible, always, telling us, hey, quit gambling, because we gambled on the boat. And he had blue balls, man. Damn balls was that big. Literally purple balls. I don't know what they did to him. Um, to relieve him of that, but I think the doctor actually told him, hey man, look, masturbation is okay. You know, you're not gonna go blind, Jesus is not gonna come down and, grab your hand off your nuts and all that. You need to do that because we'd be out there, man, um, 73 days, 46 days, and man, you better have a good imagination. There ain't no women out there. It didn't used to be. Now I think they got women on ships. I'm glad they did. He said, Cal, what's going on with your trip back home? I just delayed it, man. It's too cold over there. All I got is some short sleeve shirts. And, I'm just not going to wear anybody's clothes, really. I just don't want to do it. I mean, I'm gonna be a burden as it is having to stay with somebody. I just don't. You know, men, we don't operate like that really. We don't wear each other's clothes. Yeah, lemonade. Yeah, you know, it's what we've done. Yeah, yeah, you're right. This is perfect right here. You know, because people say, "Oh, you got three children over there." Man, it's so easy. You just blow on the Filipinos, they're gonna get pregnant. Okay, and they're not complaining. They're not telling you, "Oh, don't do it." They're strapping you in. They're putting a damn seatbelt on your ass and keeping you deep down in. They want it. They want you to, explode. Yeah, yeah. They never say no. Yeah, they want that load, and they'll feel disrespected if you jump out of them. He said, Congratulations, Cal, for getting sober. For years, I thought about getting drunk and stoned every night was normal. It was a real struggle to get away from that routine. Life is getting better every day. It is. It's a day by day thing, man. And that's what I thought. I was like, man, I'm having too much fun until it really got bad, man. You come home, your wife done locked the door. I've slept on the porch many nights, man. That's why they call it in the program, they call it pitiful and incomprehensible demoralization. I've went straight from the porch to work. No bath, no nothing, man. Hoping that somebody, don't smell me because she's not letting me in. I've spent the paycheck or I do something stupid. I'd stay out all night, spend all the money. Then right before I get home, I fall on the ground and roll around in the dirt. And when she opens up the door, yeah, they robbed me again. I used to come up with all kinds of stories. She knows I get paid every week, but now we get paid every 2 weeks now. And this woman knew I was lying. Yeah, man, blue balls ain't no joke. Yeah, God's watching. And that's something you can use over here. When you think the tricycle driver, anybody has, um, done you wrong, when I'm taking advantage of you, just say, your God's going to get you. Just say it and look as serious as you possibly can at them when you give them the extra money and say, God's going to get you. And boy, they liable not to take the money. Yeah, yeah. Elliot is a nice looking woman. Elette, I mean. He said, I think you're beautiful. I'm sure Calvin thinks too. It's just different strokes. Yeah, literally different strokes. Because Elette's she's already put it down. She don't want a man all up in her business, in her imagination. Yeah. But that's why, me and her be friends, but that's it. Because I want it when I want it. He says, if I walk into any restaurant and they have pets, I'm out. Yeah, man, But you remember, you're in the Philippines, man. When you're in Rome, you got to do as the Romans do. And don't sweat the small stuff. Because they got good breakfast, man. I haven't been sick not one time on and off in 15 years. Jeffrey Taylor, what's up, man? Welcome to the Philippines. They've been here a couple of nights. These guys work fast. He sent me a picture. Hell, they're already over some woman's house. And the woman's cooking them. What was she cooking y'all? Breakfast or lunch or dinner? Had two women cooking. I'm like, you guys got me beat. He said, checking in right quick from Acclimating. He said, fellas, boots on the ground beats using a dating app as a strip club. The best ones are the regular, everyday chicks. Chicks online can't even compete. Yeah, these guys, they got me beat. He sent me a picture, man. They got the women cooking already. I'm like, wow. He says, how young is Miss Elette? I'll let her tell you because I don't want to get mad at me. But I don't think she's at retirement age yet. She looks a lot younger than what she is. He said, what if Big Shirley is your only option? Well, hell, I beat up a few Big Shirleys. She's not beyond getting beat, especially after I had a few drinks. I just don't deal with Big Shirleys anymore but I'd rather deal with Big Shirley than this. Because I can close my eyes and pretend she's somebody else. Yeah, we're hunters, man. I don't understand it. He said that was dinner, LOL. Yeah, y'all guys got over here. Y'all working fast. Because I was like, well, hell, he got two women. Can I ask what was for dessert? Yeah, thanks for that super chat, King Arthur. Appreciate it. He says, I ain't eating there either. Well, you better stay out of the Philippines then. Yeah, they might have a damn dog serving your food. He said, Big Shirley needs love too. But yeah, the food be good. Like we went to Siquijorn, we got this, and Michael Beach of Life can vouch for this. He was with us. And man, it was some ugly looking dogs, man, but we didn't care. We ate the food anyway. You just something you get used to, man. You know, they're not gonna run those dogs away. You know, they're just not gonna do it. And the more you feed them dogs, well, they tell you don't feed them, man, because they'll just sit there and look at you. You know, once you feed them, they're not going anywhere. Oh, okay. He said, actually, we stopped by and picked up some cheesecake for them. That was a good time. I'm talking about the real dessert. Come on. Yeah. Y'all think, excuse me, I'm joking. This guy makes good videos. Poor man's passport guide. And he's interesting because when he comes back, I got to get that first interview. Don't give that to anybody else because you got a different story. He literally is a booty man. He likes the booty. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't, not people for their sexual preferences and all that, but I just like to hear that story because he got children. You know, he's been married and has children, and he made a transition. He got acclimated to the booty. He went from the cat to the back. Get out of here, booby. Listening. Get out of here. But at least they can't get pregnant. That's a fact. He says if anyone is in a longer pole, I highly recommend Sitting Bull. Now, is that a restaurant or a massage place? What is that? He says some of the you talking about sexiest and most special Filipinos are big body women for multiple reasons. BBWs, yeah, they got them over here. I'm just not into BBWs anymore. Because I don't drink. I don't get high. I'm not in an illusion anymore. Because they're a lot bigger when you wake up the next day. You know. Because boy, you be talking some good smack trying to get inside them big ass drawers. And everything's okay till you wake up in the morning. She's all happy and wants to hold hands and walk through the mall with you. Jeffrey Taylor said the real dessert was the night and the morning after for real. He said, "You got it, Cal. I'm coming to San Carlos and hang out." Yeah, that'll be good, man. I mean, really. Anybody comes here, I like for them to bring their partner with them because that way we can hang out. I don't want to leave Merlin out. He said, "Thanks for the super chat, King Arthur." He said, "So he went from the hole to the pole." Yeah. he, he literally, makes booty calls. He made that transition, but what was it Confucius to say it? If you lick a hole, you'll lick a pole. I think Confucius said that. He said maybe you need to open up your eyes. He said, "Ain't no holding hands. I gotta go." Well, she gonna cook that breakfast. She gonna get you ready. That's one thing Big Shirley's will do. Boy, they'll cook you a good meal. If you tap it right, you got the meal coming in the morning. But if you don't, before you get that meal, you got to set her straight. I remember I was drunk. I was high and drunk. And the Big Shirley was over there, and we ready. And boy, she opened up her legs, and did I get a whiff appeal. It wasn't a whiff appeal, it was a damn whiff appeal. That knocked me back, man. And I tell you what, man, I couldn't get on hard for 3 weeks after that. Just thinking about that smell, I was impotent, man. She had the whiff appeal. I mean, I was like, damn. He said, slim and curvy. Yeah, he's in the booty. Yeah, he's literally making booty calls, but he makes good videos though, man. I mean, they're interesting, and I mean the editing and the narration. Narration. Because I should have did this a long time ago. I'm getting ready to invest in me a nice GoPro because Derek Q made me mad, man. He went through my city, man, and really did a great job. He had that because see when he left my house, he's got a helmet on, and the GoPro is right here. And that was last week, but evidently the couple of days he was here, he went and did a video. Man, it looked good, and that's what I need, and that's what I'm gonna get because it really looked good. Yeah, he's making booty calls. He's literally making booty calls. Okay, Elette, take care. He said, "Wow, I just got what you were saying. Homie is playing for the other team." Yeah, but I mean, he's up front with it. He's not. A lot of guys watching this right now, guys, they're in the closet. Believe it or not, I was thinking about that last night. I'm laying in bed. I was like, why do guys come over here and they're in the closet? They know you see them. They're so proud to be with, their lady boys, and I don't give a damn. Even when I went to Thailand for those 5 days, you see it. It don't matter. Brothers was over there with lady boys, it didn't matter. They were happy about it, and that's their thing, but that's what I respect about him because, okay, there wouldn't be so many of them if it wasn't so popular. Somebody's sticking them. Somebody's dating them, so y'all can quit with all that. At least he tells the story. He ain't hiding it. And it's a story that we need to know about. Hey, thanks, Christopher Hill, for that super sticker. But, oh, yeah, here. He says, I always wanted to do voiceover, but I don't. The AI does it all now. Oh, is that right? But it sounds like you. but it's just the way that your delivery, and it's interesting. But I can say that some of them, I've seen you with some of those lady boys look like women, but some of them just look like men with a damn wig and booty shorts, honestly, because you don't see the level of beauty in those lady boys here as you see in Thailand. And remember, I've only been a few places here, but you go to Thailand, you'll really be fooled. You really gotta, do the Donald Trump test on them. But they're not fooling me over here. No. They're not fooling me over here. Yeah, so he's literally nuts to butts. But you gotta grab him by the pussy because you wouldn't know. We went to that resort. I mean, we went to that mall, Century Plaza Mall, Century World Mall. It's a beautiful mall, and they were having this pageant, and we thought it was women, man. No, it was men. Hey, thanks for that super chat, King Arthur. He said, to each his own, he must be a pirate just looking for his booty. Yeah, but I like his sincerity, man. I like his upfront, approach, because guys that's hiding over here, they think they're hiding. Everybody knows they like booty. Yeah, Merle is laughing. What's funny? Because Merle has got a friend, and this is not a lady boy. This is like, who is that? I don't know what he would consider himself. He's just an old, ugly punk, really. An old, like 40 something, punk. That's what we used to call him. And, I'm not against the LGBT community or anything. Don't get me wrong. It's just what we call them. But he's got a foreigner that takes good care of him. Most of the time it's these Europeans that, they flaunt. They actually be flaunting their relationships. Now, the poor man's passport guy said the Philippines has the cleanest booties on earth. Well, I'm going to take your word for that. He said, I see, Kevin. Maybe we might have a blossoming relationship going on. He said, real chicks are not over the top. Yeah, you're right. You dirty puppy said at Beach of Life, being gay or trans is not a stigma here. In fact, it's a big topic of conversation. It's not. The only problem I've got is, okay, when I was in Zamboanga, and staying with my wife's mother, in the compound, there's these little boys, and they couldn't be, now this is years ago. They're teenagers now, and they're both gay. But at the time, they was just too little. And I'm like, they don't know what they are already. They were like 5 and 6. And they, they wasn't, trying to say, no, you're this, you're that. It was like they accepted it, so they kept with it. And now, because I'm friends with both of them on Facebook, because I've been knowing them their whole life just about. For almost 15 years. Hell, let's see. 14, because I started going there in 2010. They're grown now, but they're gays. Thomas Marshall said, you see them at the immigration office with their foreigner. Yeah. He says, I've been living in Thailand. What's that, huh? Is that the people? Are they going to come today or what? He says, been living in Thailand for 5 years. The only way to see difference on ladyboys is their hand and feet. You can't operate them or distinguish them, or what are you saying? Because I'm not trying to do all that. Oh, maybe we've got a blossoming relationship here. Why don't y'all get to know each other? Yeah. That ain't no joke now. You just got to know she may only give it to you once a month. I guess it'd be worth it. Andrew says, the poor man's passport guide, I recommend you could live in Japan and never have to wear a condom ever again. He said, feels you're dead in 2 years. He says, I like what I came out of a VJJ. I don't blame you. Yeah, he says, I have nothing but the utmost respect for any man that lives his life the way he chooses to. Hats off, keep it 100. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I respect him, man. From the very first time his video came across my screen, and I was like, I told Merlin, I said, this is like a lady boy. But he calls them girls, you know. But honestly, we've got friends from Australia, and I'm going to tell you, he's with a lady boy. But now this lady boy fooled me. Okay. And you respect them because they're not trying to hide it. But honestly, when I first met them, they were supposed to meet me and Merlin for dinner, which they did. But I saw him at a sorry store. And I was like, wow, he got a big woman. She's tall, you know, because his woman was taking hormone. Looked just like a woman to me. Okay. Then when we get to the restaurant, me and Merlin's already there. They pull up and, you know, she's dressed seductively. It was only when she sat by Merlin did I realize, something ain't right here, because she towered over Merlin. Come to find out it was a lady boy, but I mean, they're the sweetest couple we ever met. I mean, they're really good friends. They live in Australia together. Every time they come to St. Carlos City, they invite us out to lunch or dinner, and they pay for it. And I mean, they're really a nice couple, man. And you know, you can only respect people like that. It's you guys that's in the closet hiding and stuff that I don't have no respect for. He said, we don't know each other, but she seems really nice. She's really the real deal. I'm not just saying that. He said there's a Russian vlogger in Cebu. He interviews girls all the time. The guys love the lady boys, and they don't know. They have no idea. Yeah, anybody can grow boobs. No, this Jacob Tanjay, they've got these hormones that they're taking, and they'll start having the shape. But some of them, the shape is just too hard. I mean, it's just too much. Me and Merlin, we were in IT Park at McDonald's, right? And we, you know, in McDonald's now they got the little machine now where you can place your order. And I looked next to me, and I thought it was a woman just at first glance. But once I got my food and I turned around to leave, there it is. The curves was just too hard. And I said, yeah, that's a lady boy. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? Yeah, that's what I like. Okay, Global CZ Travel for Transgender says, my ex-boyfriend, average gay men, unplugged. Say hi, Mr. Calvin. There are some down low bros here talking shit. Yeah, see, he's not down low, and I appreciate that, guys. But hey, I'm gonna have to get off here because we're gonna have to go over here to this damn City Hardware and find out what's going on. I'm not gonna complain because there's other serious stuff going on, but I will let them know I'm disappointed. You know, we bought that last Thursday. It's been almost a week, because what I see what's really going on, they wanted us to pay off the side. And they said, oh, you know, well, he's real busy and blah, blah, blah. Then 2 minutes later, they come in. But, you know, if you want to pay us, we can get it done today. But they couldn't give me a price. So I walked away. I left Merlin there, you know, to negotiate with him, and they never could tell her the price. So now all of a sudden, they ain't showing up. You know, I just want to get it done, man. Hell, I give you a tip. Just come on over. It's free installation. I just want to feel just to see, because it's been a dream of ours since we had the place. We've acclimated to cold showers though, but they're really not cold, cool showers. But I just, because we go to Airbnb all the time, it kind of spoils you. And I would like to get up early in the morning, because I'm gonna tell you, it's torture. You get up early in the morning, you go in there and take that shower, that cold water. It takes you a while. You know, I always let it run on my head first, because this is your temperature for your body, your head. So I let it run on there for about 3 minutes. Then I just jump on under. But it takes some getting used to, guys. But thank y'all so much for your super chats, your super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support. Thank you. Just bring your friend, man. Y'all can have the guest house. We'll hang out, guys. He said, use your charm on them cow. No, it don't work over here. It's on, you know, I've been over long enough. They want to see the pesos, man. That's what Marilyn told me last night. She said they just want the money. Okay, well, that's why you're supposed to negotiate with them, not me. But thank you, Passport Guy, for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for all your memberships, all your support, man. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Don't do nothing stupid. I'll see y'all next time. My members only live stream tomorrow.